we're in. But
wow,
that was crazy.
wow.
That took 6 minutes to get through.
Can you?
Sorry, Debbie.
Yeah, again, I can't see myself, so I don't know if you could see me or not.
We can see you.
We can see you just fine.
So we've got all the changes. Everything's good. It's supposed to record to the cloud now,
Okay.
but it wouldn't let us in. And we literally just did an interview.
We just got done
an hour.
I'm losing you guys. Okay, I don't hear you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I lost you for a second. I think I'm gonna leave and come back. Maybe that'll.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll be back.
Well, something's going on. Look at my eyes. Something's going on.
Whoa.
That's my mechanism.
Look
at this.
We've never froze like that.
No.
Oh, dude, the hair. What is, we've never had that.
Oh my God, dude. This is a trip. Hello.
All right, sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. This is.
Yeah, I could see and I can hear, and you guys are moving. You guys were like frozen.
Yeah.
We're not going to cut any of the beginning. We're in the
No,
show.
we are
going to.
Yeah.
Just because things are happening.
Oh, wow.
So first of all, let's introduce her and what's going on.
What up, folks? This is take 2 of the Debby Krusz interview. If you don't know her, you're really going to know her. And there's a lot of interesting things that have come about with just this interview. Debbie, what's going on?
Yeah, we've had a lot of technical, I feel a little bit of maybe spirit getting involved, like, hey.
Yeah.
This is gonna, I always look at it as it's gonna be an amazing interview when things like that happen, because there's always somebody trying to get in the way of making it happen. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna say right off the bat, I'm like the biggest skeptic, but I definitely had some things that are weird, and this has gotten to the level of I just can't explain.
Like, yeah.
Because we just had an interview an hour ago. We had no technical issues at all. We had an interview with Debbie about a week ago. And like it didn't record, it didn't do anything. There were some things we'll talk about that happened that apparently both Debbie and Chris have dealt with after the fact. But this is why it's so crazy. It took us 6 minutes to get into this recording right now, which never happens. And it was doing things we've never had happen. It's been freezing and stuff. So I'm going to say out there now, being the skeptic, is whoever's with us. We love your showing yourself.
Yes, we do.
We appreciate it, but let us interview Debbie and talk about some wonderful things. And but we actually enjoy that you're here, whoever you are. And you may allude to who it may be, which is fine. And I'm kind of let you two take over to this one, because I don't know where to go with this.
I do.
Okay.
So after our conversation on last Tuesday, we had something weird happen on our end where Rob's computer didn't record the show, but we did it on my computer. And 19 seconds showed up on Rob's computer and everything else was gone. Only 19 seconds.
And why was it on my computer?
Yes. Now, a couple of days later, I heard some footsteps upstairs when everybody was asleep. Now, coincidence? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I hear footsteps all the time. No big deal. But I thought it was ironic just due to the fact of the time being 3:19 in the morning. That was something I didn't tell you, by the way, Debbie.
Oh.
So now, Debbie, what do you have going on?
What do I have going on? Well, I mean, I get signs and symbols all the time. And I mean, now I've learned to just enjoy them and have fun with them. So right when you said 19 seconds, so numbers come to me a lot. So I would reduce that and I would make that 10. So 9 plus 1 becomes 10, which is 1. And that number has been in my cycle for the past like 2 weeks. So yeah, and I'm always at 3 o'clock, like that 3 to 4 hour, I always wake up
Yep.
some reason. So yeah, I could definitely feel some kind of a relation with that for sure. Okay.
Wasn't there a coin thing too?
Yes. Your plant penny. Talk to us about the penny.
Oh, well, that's kind of funny because since then, I mean, I've gotten many. I get pennies a lot. And when I first really recognized pennies was I was just going through a really bad time, and I could feel it, like I could feel something talking to me, and I saw a penny in the ground, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to know who this is from. And then I found another one a few moments after, and I'm like, how would I know? Like, how could I find it? So I decided to start looking at the year, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to know when everybody was born. I don't know, like all my relatives. But there are people in my life, I know the year that they died. So the first penny I got was 1984, and I kept getting 1984 a lot. And that was the year my godfather died. So I was getting so many 1984, like all over. And then that day I got a penny, and then I got another one a few weeks later, 1984. So for sure, I knew that was definitely my godfather acknowledging that he was with me. My friend Nicole, I knew couldn't remember the year she died, but I remember she was born in 1973. And so those 2 pennies that day I got was 1984 and 1973. So I knew that if I could relate to the year, but I think that day I did get a 2019 penny, and we were talking about my friend Mary, who had passed away in 2019. Yes. I also, my ex also passed away in 2019 as well. And they were a week apart. I know that they send me signs together that shows me that they're in connection. Mm-hmm. So since that, yeah, that day I got a 2019 penny, and I've gotten a lot of other signs from them as well recently.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Do you have any animals or anybody in your house right now?
I do not.
Okay, because did you just hear the yes?
No.
Did you hear it?
I'm just gonna let you know.
I got chills though, and I'm
Chris is crying.
I've got tears in my eyes right now.
And he's got goosebumps all over his arm.
So
I just got goosebumps, yeah.
So for me, when something's real, I always get tears in my eyes.
Yeah.
And when something's present, I'll get tears in my eyes. I don't know what it is, don't know why, just it's my mechanism to let me know something's around.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that I there's so much going on that I can't explain in what's going on here. I just can't.
Over your left shoulder, and I don't know if it's the shading or what, but I keep seeing something kind of come in and out, in and out, in and out. It looks like it could be a person, but I don't know how the room's lit. I don't know the who, what's, when, where's, and how.
Is it moving right there?
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if Mary's trying to join us or not, but hi, Mary.
Yeah, I actually have her ring with me, and I have it on. It's it's a prayer ring, but I fidget with it, and I've learned that when I'm on podcasts and I want instead of doing this, I could just fidget under the screen.
There you go.
But yeah, I have her ring on, and I felt when you said in and out, I felt a feeling like in and out of me. Yeah. So yeah, I get this. I mean, it's fun. This is so fun to when people can get it and are with you in it. And sometimes there's so much happening at the same time that you don't catch all of it. And, it's hard people are like, if you follow me on Instagram, I used to post a lot of hearts. I still do. And everybody would be like, why don't you post hearts anymore? And I'm like, if I stopped and took a picture every time I got a sign and symbol, like I wouldn't be able to function in my day. And some of them are just so hard to, the signs that I get are just so hard to explain and to see. So this is fun.
That's interesting.
Before we go too far, I do want to, we interviewed her because she does something. So I want to honor that, right? So Debbie helps businesses.
Yes.
Right? She goes in and she can see how they're functioning. And we want, although we're talking about this, she can help your business too.
Yes.
So
yes.
I want to give credit to that. That's the biggest reason why we started interviewing her. Things went sideways really quick. And so we're in a different type of interview. But I do want to honor that. We want to make sure that down below, there's going to be information about how to follow you and learn more about you and also about your business, because we want to honor that. That's where we started. Yeah. So if you want to talk about that a little bit as well, but I know Chris is really interested in what's going on as well. So however you want to go from there, that's.
I know I kind of went off on a tangent.
No, it's all connected actually,
right.
Because I've always had some form of clairvoyance and I didn't understand it. And, I always felt different because I would have these experiences and everyone was like, oh, you're crazy. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, no, there's not somebody standing over your shoulder. Oh, I didn't see that. So it's a coincidence. You picked up a penny. Who cares? And I've learned to just sort of silence it, but I always felt wrong. And, I was told to go into corporate America and just your dream is to just get as high as you can and make a lot of money. And every point of the ladder, it was worse than the one before. And I was chasing something that didn't belong to me. And I learned that I had to find what it was. I was eating, everything was just eating at me. My anxiety was so bad all the time. And one day I was sitting in the back seat with my parents. We were going to visit an uncle that was going into hospice. And I heard a voice just say, start writing and I'll take care of the rest. Just start writing and just do it. And I was like, this is a loud voice within me. And I was ignoring all these signs and symbols that were coming to me to leave. And voices that the times in my life that I heard the voice, I ignored it because I was like, what do you know? Like, what is this voice? Knowing that it was definitely within me and from God. And I was like, I'm going to listen. And I left my C-level job. And everybody thought I was crazy and what was I doing? And I wrote 3 books in 9 months, which is they all are fiction novels of insanity, but it's all about trusting and listening and following your heart. The book that I'm writing right now is actually those conversations with the voice within and how it helps this character get out of situations. So with that, following who I am, I learned that my name is Devorah in Hebrew. And it's the bee seeker. So I have felt a connection to bees because they do things that seem impossible. They're always successful with everything they do, and they want to nourish and love everything around them. So with that, I was training some people and I became a certified trainer through Matthew Kelly, which is a Dream Manager program, which I've, for my branding, I call it the Dream Pollination Project. So it's just different verbiage. But what it is it was based off of going into companies and giving value to their employees. It was started with a janitorial company that was like, we have high turnover. Everybody hates doing this job. We're putting out shitty service, excuse my language. And what are we doing wrong? They found an employee that was so happy and just like was joy and sunshine all day. And they're like, what is it that you have that no one else has? He's like, I'm fulfilled. I'm following my dreams. This is just a vehicle to get me to my dreams. I love spending time with my family. I love to travel. So I do this job because it puts money in the bank that I can do these things for myself and for my family. And that fulfills me. If I'm happy with that, I can bring happiness here. So it's teaching people to follow what is in their heart because we're all uniquely made. And we are divinely, purposely picked to follow our dreams. And all we do is sit in this world and told to fight them. And, you can't do that. How many times a day you have a dream like, you can't do that, but you can. And they're your dreams. So I learned how to follow my dreams by following what was in my heart. It took me on a crazy path, but writing took me to understand that my words mean something. and I put them on paper, but I can also speak them. I can help people follow their dreams and be the best version of themselves. So I do work with corporations, small companies, restaurants that want to turn that around and give value to their employees. It doesn't have to be limited to that. I do work with people that are like, I don't care about my company. I want to do it because I know that I can find it. And it's a wonderful, fun process. And there's things like this where, you find a connection to somebody and someone tells you something of, yeah, I found a penny too. Oh my gosh, wait, let me go check the year. That could be my grandma. Oh, and then that jogs like, well, I love being with my grandma. And now, you know what I love being with my grandma? I love cooking. I really love cooking. And my grandma reminded me, it can happen in so many different ways. But once you start jogging these things, you unleash all of this beauty inside of you. And it's like, well, you can be a chef. I could be a chef. It's so fun. And I just love and enjoy it. So yeah, it all comes full circle, and it's all connected for sure.
I like it. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
It's crazy for what we've done. We interviewed one time, now we're interviewing the second time.
Yeah.
But even my feeling of connection to Debbie is totally different now. Like, it's just cool. And so what you're offering to people, I think that's also what you do with the business, is that with us, our comfort level on the second time already within a week has drastically grown because there's that connection you were saying.
Yes.
And that's what you do in a business. You go in and you build that connection for people. And I think that's the most important thing about what we're talking about here, is that that's the value she's providing. And I want everybody to search her out and utilize you, because I think you've got a great talent for what you need, for what people need.
Thank
I agree.
Thank you.
I think we need to have a little fun though with her.
Let's have fun then.
All right. You ready? So we're going to ask you 5, maybe 10 quick questions. Give us your best answer. It's going to be fun and funny and silly and goofy, because we're both a little goofy. Are you ready?
I'm in.
All right, here we go.
All right, we'll go off with the first one. Will be, does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
No. Wow, we're on a string, aren't we, lately?
That's right.
Wow. Okay. Which superpower would you not want?
Ooh, just see inside of people.
Ooh, you just wouldn't want to see it. You wouldn't want to know that.
Yeah, there's things like I do have that ability.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like, I didn't want to know that. And it's weird because I could see through. It's weird because my friends like, you have a weird thing about hands, and I'm like, no, I could read people through their hands. It's weird, but I don't know what it is, but I could feel emotions of people. And I could, you just sort of can connect dots. I've learned to do that. And sometimes it's too much of a judgment that it's not necessary. So I wish I didn't have that superpower.
Wow. We're actually talking about a superpower that she didn't have.
And I know exactly what you mean too.
Wow.
Exactly what you mean.
That was deeper than I thought it was going to be.
I did too.
I love it. All right, I love this one.
Okay, here we go.
It's so when you walk into a room, there's a bunch of people and all that stuff. What would be your music when you walk in a room?
Oh, see, I play that game with myself often. It's sort of it goes back and forth. I do like Lazy Eye, I think is my new go-to this week. Lazy Eye by Silver Sun Pickups.
Okay. So you'd walk in and you're entering the room. That's your song.
Yeah, because it's like there's like a build up, and then all of a sudden it's like, and you're like, yeah.
I love it.
Like,
let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
No. Why? I got to find out why it's not a sandwich.
It's a hot dog.
Yeah, but it's
no. Don't mess with me in sandwiches. I'm very picky about sandwiches.
Okay, what's your favorite sandwich then?
Oh, okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, she shut me down hard on that really quick.
Hot sopressata, hot capicola, prosciutto, fresh mozzarella, burrata is a preferred, hot peppers, pesto, ciabatta, panini.
Oh, and she just shot it.
Bam!
Chris,
Mic
she
drop.
just
Let's
talked right
go.
to you, brother.
Keep going. Excuse me. I'm gonna wipe my chin here a little bit. Yeah.
Are you guys close? You're in California. Are you close to Los Angeles?
No, that's
No.
like
Oh, okay. So my
that's the
friend
difference
owns.
between like New Jersey and Florida.
Okay. So my friend owns a very famous chain out in California called Fat Sal's.
Oh, huh.
You ever hear of Fat Sal's?
Never.
No.
Oh, well, he makes like mega sandwiches, so like New York old school style Brooklyn sandwiches, and he just does crazy creations. And every year at Halloween, they take one of their flagship stores, I think it's the Los Angeles location, and they completely change it. Like the first year they did McDowell's. And like, oh yeah,
Coming to America,
Coming to
man.
America.
Not the Golden Arches.
They did the restaurant from Pulp Fiction, where they did the dance.
Oh yeah.
And this past year they did the Squid Games.
Oh, yeah.
That is
So definitely check
How
him
fun
out
is
for
that?
sandwiches. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going down there in another month or so. So I'll have to check.
Oh
it out.
yeah,
That's
really have to check it out. Yeah.
All right, cool.
good old Fast Sal's. Hey, yo, Fast Sal, come on, let's go get something to eat.
All right, last question. If you had a chance to invent a country, what would you name it?
Deborella.
Deborella.
Deborellaville.
There we go.
I love it.
I love
Oh
it.
my God, that was great. So
Oh.
we
See,
actually.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, go
So,
ahead.
I used to play this game all the time of like, what would I do if I was president? So I would make it like the funnest place on earth, like every fun place you've been to, every like the best cruise ever, all of that. And instead of paying taxes, you had to go there to this one location and just spend money there. Like you had to spend time with your family, you had to have fun, and you had to spend the money that would be your taxes, you had to spend it there.
I like it.
So I would keep that.
I
So
wouldn't argue.
let's go deeper because she's got the name, she's got some concepts and stuff here. Like, do you have like a country bird?
Oh,
or a
no,
tree, or like let's build this country.
Let's build this country. So interesting. Back to signs and symbols. I got the other day a bird that I've never seen before. It was a black bird and it had orange and yellow on the shoulders, and it was following me and it came decently close and was chirping a bit. And I looked it up, and it's called a red-winged bird, and it's all about joy and abundance and being loved and protected. So I think that would have to be the country bird.
I love that.
Cool.
So everything about her country is starting to be how just caring about people is where we need, and so that can parallel back to, we need to get back to that in our own countries right now, right?
Yes,
So
I agree.
anyway, that was my little Farley-ism off of that.
That's okay.
But-
He's Farley today. I'm just
Farley
Chris.
like crazy today.
That's all.
I know, huh? Debbie, I just love you. I really do.
Yes.
You're amazing. There's
Love
been
you guys.
amazing, wonderful things that have happened, and I think it's drawn us closer to you. And I hope to follow up with you definitely in the future and
Absolutely.
stay close with you. And I wish you the best in all the things that you do and all the things that you help people with. So.
And before we end this, Mary, I'd like to say thank you especially for bringing this great moment that we've had, the three of us together. It was pretty cool, pretty interesting, and the way that it brought us together, I felt. Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mary, always.
Everybody who's been with us in this show, just thank you.
Exactly, the four of us today.
Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, Debbie, again, appreciate you. Thank you so much. From all of us to all of you, you guys have a great day and a better tomorrow. What up?